Hello! Hi guys! Or should I say greetings? Let me know if you can hear and see everything. Crinkly paper, squeaky chair. Oh, awesome. Cool. Hi guys. So, I kind of want to draw, paint, do something. And yeah, I figured I would give this paper a try. It's I don't know if that's in the camera, but it's this kind of an anniversary edition of Honey Mule paper. This one I bought myself. It's 425 grams per square meter and 200 pounds. And I haven't tried this paper yet, but I think it's a bit between the super thick one I tried on Saturday and the more common 300 GSM and 140 pound. Yeah. So I will open this. Yeah, it sounds really nice. Does it say what surface it is? I'm checking. It says acid-free. Doesn't say if it's cotton, or does it? No, it doesn't. Doesn't say anything in there either. Surprise paper! Okay. So as with the other Honey Mule blocks, I think you can see, but it's a block, so it's glued on 4 sides. But there are openings here, and you can see because there's always this red stripe. And there's another opening over here. I think. Is it? Oh no, this one is not an opening. This one is glued in, but there's still the red stripe over here. And that's... oh yeah, so there's only this corner here, like top and side, that is not glued. I think it will be cold press and not cotton, or they would put it on the front page. That's a very good... yep, that's very logical, Jit. I think you're right. I hope it's good, because the cotton paper is really nice, so I will be disappointed if this one isn't. Especially because I have 2 blocks of it, I think. So I'm grabbing my leaf that's meant to separate blocks. I know you're supposed to use blocks on the block, but I never do. I find it cumbersome to have this great big thing. I will use the block if it's a smaller one, like a 4 by 6 inches. Okay, small blocks, that's fine, but something like this, nope. And I will cut it. I have a very simple... I don't know if... No, I think it's gonna be too thick for this. Yeah. Right, so 2 pieces of paper. It's a nice thickness, so I really hope the paper is going to be fun. Oh, cotton paper is really fun to paint on. It's really different. What did you buy, Scarlet Pen? Because Scarlet Pen says that they just bought their first cotton paper the other day and their first block at the same time. Alright, so that's prepared. Oh, Fabriano, nice. That's really lovely. Oh, yeah, I'm a little scratched up. I'm surprised it registers on camera, but yeah, I think I mentioned it, but we went to the vet with Peko on Saturday, and we got her checked up and all kinds of tests, but we didn't bring Scout because Scout was fine, so no need to bring 2 cats to a place they hate when only one will do. So yeah, so we brought Peko, we came back, and when we came back, Scout got really pissed off, like insanely angry at Peko and us, and she started spitting and hissing and growling at us. She's not an aggressive, like, she won't lash out, but yeah, she was really angry, like really pissed. And I don't know why, I was tired and I didn't think this through, but at some point we were trying to feed them, I think, and Scout was being a butt. So I went and I had the worst idea ever. I went and I grabbed her. And she really didn't want to be grabbed at that moment. So she lashed out defensively and she scratched me up. So yeah, so I got 1 scratch here, a small one there, and another big one here. They've healed quite well because right away I put some disinfecting unguent on them and plasters, and that usually really speeds up the process of healing of cat scratches, because the thing is with cat scratches and cat bites is that their saliva or all the bacteria on their claws always makes kind of an allergic reaction, and it's like red and really sore and really not pretty. So I put some polysporin unguent in there, and that really helped. But yeah, I'm a bit scratched up. Peko is doing fine. Yeah, the cat one. Peko, she's on medication, but yeah, she really behaves like she usually would, and I think the meds are helping her feel better a bit. Like probably she possibly caught some kind of virus, and that's what made her sick. But she seems to be improving, so let's hope it stays that way. I will grab my reference. This is something I realized recently, and I find it quite funny, but I didn't know, but apparently Barbie came up with a line of dolls that are really flexible and articulated and jointed, and you can really do all sorts of moves with them. Like they are pretty amazing. And I realized that it was a really good reference for, you know, just basic posing of something that has cartoony expressions already. So if I want to draw someone that is like just like resting like this with the hands behind the head, I can pose my Barbie doll, and I can see right away like, okay, so elbows are about that level and the ends are about level with the eyes, and you know, it's just a quick set of reference, and I can easily say, oh, that's not the angle I want. Well, I can just like rotate her a bit and be like, okay, so that's the foreshortening here is really strong, but here it's less so. So it's kind of a good quick reference tool, and it's easy to find and not super pricey if you're in the US especially. So yeah, that's my latest weird find that I wasn't expecting. So yeah, it's a yoga, is it yoga Barbie, or yeah, something like that. Like basically just wearing a shirt and leggings. It's as basic as you can get, but I mean, look at this. This is pretty awesome. She can really fold her legs like underneath her, so you can have poses like you can have her sitting and put the hands on the floor, and like she's really no, it's not bad. When you remember the Barbies we had as a kid in the 80s and 90s that could barely sit, I mean, this is pretty awesome, I find. Like she's really doing some, and I think I put her hair in the water, so she's sprinkling water everywhere. Yeah. You made a mess, Barbie. So yeah, and the hair are also like kind of useful. Like I tied them up because it was easier to see the body, but like if you want to draw someone with the hair falling over their face, it still can be, you know, a good starting point. So there. It's just a weird funny thing. Yeah, she's almost human. It's kind of I think it's kind of really cool. Like if I had that as a kid, especially a redhead, I would have been so happy. I really don't get the hatred against Barbie. She's just a toy. She's not supposed to be something to aspire to, unless you're perhaps a bit weird in the head, and even like she's fairly like the proportions, like she has a belly button actually, so that's kind of new. But the older Barbies were even more abstract than this, like it was even more cartoony in the shape. So yeah, anyway, didn't you recommend the Toys docu? Oh yeah, the Toys documentary on Netflix. Yeah, the episode on Barbie was pretty awesome. I loved that episode. I mean, it's really interesting to see that Barbie was something that was created mostly by a lady, and they would employ a lot of lady in the staff. And I think that's great. I really don't, well, that's possibly me, but I don't really see the sexist angle in all of this, but yep, that's just my perception. Anyway, so the model is here. Basic model, so I'm thinking I will just, I can even use this to draw a guy, you know, if all I wanted to see is just say how the shoulders are in a certain angle, I can just, you know, pose her and be like, oh, okay, so I can use this super basic information to just say, okay, if it were a guy, sure, like the shoulders would be bigger and he wouldn't have any chest breasts, but I can still see like the angle, like the rotation, and it's still a good reference just for just about anything. Besides, I was looking at the candles and they all look a bit silly. And what's this with the new Barbies not having any articulation? Unless you go for these special articulated ones. The regular ones, I mean, all they can do is like sit their legs like this, that's all. That's all they can do. And perhaps the shoulders like move a bit, but it's kind of boring. Anyway. Yeah, she's a redhead, that's why I got this one. Because I was like, well, it's sort of 30 years too late, but I can get Barbie with my hair color now. So, yeah. Is she still with Ken? Oh. Possibly not. Have you seen Ken? Also, according to the documentary about Barbie, the name Ken comes from like the lady who created Barbie had 2 kids. They had a daughter named Barbara and a son named Ken. So I find it a bit creepy that they named Barbie's boyfriend Ken. That's kind of yeah, just maybe a bit awkward perhaps. So I'm just playing with her to find perhaps a pose I could be inspired by. Are we playing with Barbie tonight? Yep. I was just saying that the super articulated Barbie makes for a great pose model. Like, hi guys, it's me, Barbie, or whatever her name is. I think her name is like light blue top, and I'm like, that's the best you can do, Mattel. Seriously. Lovely. Okay. It's really useful for drawing the nose actually, because you get to have a good reference of the nose in 3D, and the nose is kind of hard to draw, I find. So I've been enjoying this this feature of having a Barbie doll. It's great. Hi guys, it's me, Eve. If I looked like this, well, perhaps I wouldn't be here right now. Ha ha ha. No, I don't know. She's so like, look at the size of her head. I mean, she wouldn't make any sense if she was a real person, but as a toy, I think she's pretty cool, pretty awesome. And she has this cool, like, she can bend like here, like at the torso, which is really great. I think it's cool. Anyway, I'm gonna ramble on. You missed me showing my Barbie doll. I miss the old Barbies though. The ones we had when most of us were kids. In the 80s and 90s. Is my pencil all out of lead? Yep. Come on. Yay. Awesome. What do you think of those fully articulated pose dolls? Well, what kind? Oh, Pico is feeling a lot better. Yeah, she's on medication, of course, but there wasn't any obstruction in her bowels, and like her temperature, her weight, her blood panel, everything was pretty standard. So they gave us medication for like acidity and diarrhea, and an antibiotic for gastroenteritis. Anyway, she's been on these medication as much as we are able to give them to her, and she's been feeling quite good, apparently. Like she behaves in her usual way. Does she have reflux like me? Possibly. Sorry about that. That was really a big slurp. I'm sorry. Yeah, Our trouble is more with the rear end than the front end, so yeah. Is there anything? Oh yeah, her medication is really weird because I've never had that happen to me before, and some of her meds are similar to meds we gave Scout the last time she was really sick, before we found out she was allergic to chicken. So yeah, the medication for the diarrhea and the antibiotic, yeah, both of these are possibly super bitter, because when we give them to her, if she has enough time to taste them, she will start salivating like insanely, like really like foaming and saliva dripping from her mouth, and we're like, whoa, what's going on? Are you okay, kitty? What's up with that? And she's just there like drooling profusely, and we're like, what is happening? And it was a bit distressing because the vet didn't mention anything like that. And apparently someone mentioned something similar happening to their dog in the last live stream, but I missed it. So I really had no encounter with this kind of behavior before. And I went to Google after that, and apparently if the medication is somewhat bitter, that's something that can happen. But yeah, I thought that was kind of funny. The tea I'm drinking today is the awesome spicy chai you sent me, Otto, with soy cream in it. It's not my favorite, but it's definitely one of my favorite, because I don't have... It's hard to have only one favorite. Like, tea is so delicious. What's wrong with Barbie's rear end? Not much, but Pico's rear end was quite weird. The ones that are not... Okay, so the wooden pose models are useless. I'm sorry, they are. I had one, and basically every time you would try to put the limb in a specific pose, first of all, the joint was really crummy. Like, you really had limited range of motion. A bit like I am struggling to do right now, but yeah. And then every time you would try to spring it in a certain position, it would spring back, like almost to the startup pose. So really useless. I haven't seen the more elaborate ones that are perhaps more recent. I think these are not great, like pose dolls or whatever are not awesome on their own because they are not good reference for the way a body moves. But if you just need help with the pose, and I think if you don't draw realistically, they can be really useful, because say you're drawing a comic and you have a panel where the character is seen from above and you're like, I don't even know where to begin. Well, if you have like something that is close to human features, you can just prop the thing in the position you need and look at it and be like, oh, okay, I see the foreshortening and, you know, the nose, the way it overlaps the mouth, the way this torso is shortened, and the way the legs really go small at the end. You know, you can use this as a way to make a better drawing, but you need some kind of basic knowledge to make the best of this. And if you don't have that basic knowledge, then the pose tool is not super useful. Oh, hi, Paulo. Basically, the way a person draws will eventually make it really obvious to them if they need help with poses or not. And if you do, then it's fairly easy to seek out the kind of tool that would help you. I wouldn't want to have a super realistic model because I find this super boring, but like Barbie is fine because she's already cartoony. Like I don't have to. If something is too realistic, like I'll be tempted to make it as realistic as the model, but since she's cartoony, I don't feel a need to draw her exactly like she is. So I can really just use her as a physical object in space to help me, you know, represent something in a similar position. I'm glad to report that Scout is sharing the room with me, so she's a bit less spiteful than she was 48 hours ago. She was a fury, like she was crazy angry, and now she's sort of mellowed out. She's sleeping there, and she's really cute. Yeah, I'm so happy Scout has chilled out a bit, because like if Scout had behaved normally when we came back, we would both be super happy camper, me and Mr. E, or Mr. E and me. But we came back and Pickle was doing fine, but Scout was being like even more of a pain in the butt than the sick cat, and she wasn't even sick. So I'm grabbing some Needed. Anyway, this rubber eraser with hair in it. Hey, that's my hair actually. That's a change. Usually it's cat hair and everything. I don't know why Scout was so angry. Like, maybe she panicked, but they're not super close. The sisters, they don't really hang together much. They don't really care. More often than not, they just make each other like annoyed. So I don't know. I know that Scout really hates going to the vet. So I wonder if there's something related to that that played in here. Like, we smelled like the vet, so Scout was scared we would send her next. Yeah, maybe, I don't know what it was, but she was really angry, like at us and at Peko. So yeah. Although I don't think you were there, Otto, when I showed my scratches. Like, I got one here and one there and a tiny one here. And that's when I tried to grab Scout when she was really angry because I wasn't thinking. Okay, so I don't think this drawing is super awesome, but I will try to ink it and fix whatever issues I find as I ink. I am using the Platinum carbon pen in extra fine for inking. It is possibly my favorite to ink because it is so easy to refill and it's waterproof ink. And I've never had any issues with the nib. I think once, I only had to clean it up once, and I've had this pen for many years, so all in all, that's not so bad. Yeah, poor Peko, she's not feeling it, but she was more confused than anything, but yeah, we came home and we were like so relieved to finally bring Peko home because she doesn't enjoy car rides. And first thing we get here, Scout shows up and starts hissing and growling and being angry, and I'm like, you know what, Scout, if that doesn't make you happy, you can go hide somewhere. You don't have to stay in our face and be like a pain in the butt. But no. Oh, I'm sorry, Paulo, you're in a bad mood. Oh no. I need to take out my Hansa Yellow Deep to make everyone happy. Look, it is the color of the sun and sunflowers and color of summer. So let's all be happy. Oh, bye, Kathy. Thank you for being there. Yes, I'm referencing Hansei Deep because of Uto's awesome color showdown video that she posted today. Scott probably smelled all of the other cat dog smells on Pecco from the vet's office and freaked out. Yeah, and on us as well. And Scout has a good memory of these things, so perhaps she remembered her last visit to the vet and like really was worried that we would bring her there. So definitely not like a super awesome drawing, but practice, right? We'll just let this dry over here. I always try to have two at the same time because you can switch from one to the other. Oh, hi, Dryad. I'm sorry to everyone who came in that I didn't say hi to. Hi, everyone. Alright, so what should I doodle on this one? Sorry. I'm trying to come up with an idea to put on this one. Oh, hi, Stacy. I don't know what I'm gonna draw next. That's what I'm thinking about. Thinking. Oh, it's 200-pound honey mule paper. Yeah, it's not specified, so it's probably cellulose. Is there any kind of landscape element you would like to suggest for sort of starting me on something for this piece? I mean, I can draw random humanoids looking at nothing all day long, but I work better when I have a starting point. Cat. Cat. A cat in a landscape. Okay. Oh, hi, Dan. Yeah, although that's always a good idea. Cats. I'm always up for it. Oh, thanks, Otto. I really enjoyed drawing cats. It's never like not fun. It's always awesome, and I'm always having a blast because I can use my own cats as you know, basis for cat behaviors and weird things that they do. And I love like little cat explorers. No! Everybody's annoyed about my crinkly backdrop, but I like it. It's actually tracing paper. Like when I was in graphic design, they made us both rolls of graphic paper, of tracing paper for presentation and stuff, and just using for arts. So we both went through graphic design, so I have 2 rolls and I can change them whenever they get too crummy. But I know I don't mind the crinkliness. Is it that annoying? I mean, if it's super annoying, let me know and I will try to think of something, but yeah. Oh yeah, Barbie, because I got this, I think it's called Made to Move, but anyway, it's this super flexible Barbie that has like many articulations, so she can be used as a good pose model for just about anything. This is perhaps a bit too inspired by a mannequin, so maybe we should change it a bit. What? Why is there pencil lead in here? Okay, that one is proper color. Oh, okay, cool. Thanks, Paula. No, it's not, I have a silicone mat somewhere, but it's bright blue, and I'm like, ugh. And I used to have, like, more of a, just like the wooden surface that I kind of liked, but with the new light, it made for, like, really disgusting glaring. Trying to see if I have any kind of good cat reference for this, because I'm no, I think, well, first of all, thank you, Paula, but I think I'm good. Really, like, the crinkly paper for now works for me, because I can remove it and switch it around, and it's really easy. And I can just toss it when it gets disgusting. I don't have a lot of space to wash big things. Though I will maybe ask about it if I realize that I need something different one day. Yeah, I know, it's like I have cats, but I still don't know how to draw them. Like, it's not driving me insane, but close. Like, what am I doing with my self, or with these cats? I should really, perhaps I should, like, use them up. Should use up my cats. Oh, I love Simon's cat. I love when he does the, you know, the finger in the mouth, like, feed me, feed me. This is like the most cat thing that could ever cat in the world. I apologize if this makes the camera shake a lot. This is right. Oh, cool. Great. Oh, then you can use the netted eraser however you want. Like some people will use it to completely erase lines, because you can rub it like that, but I like to use it to remove the excess whatever that's on my sheet before I ink. But yeah, you basically can use it however you want. Do you guys have any idea what kind of paint palette you want me to use for painting over the two sketches? The brightest, boldest one you've got. Was it difficult to learn to use that type of font pen? At least I think it's a font pen. Yes, it's the carbon pen, the platinum pen with cartridges. It wasn't hard at all. Well, for me anyway. But yeah, you probably can hear that, like it's not scratchy, like it doesn't catches in the paper, but it still makes a sound when you use it over the textured paper, especially. It might not be compatible with the way you work. Like it's not necessarily working for everyone, but I like it. I especially like that it comes with waterproof cartridges. Like I know I can refill cartridges or get what's the word I'm looking for? The thing you can refill. Anyway, but I like the convenience of just popping in a new cartridge and being good to go. Yeah, I would love to try a dip pen for masking fluid, actually. Like a glass dip pen, not the metal one. That would be perhaps be a pain in the butt to clean up, but yeah, converter. Thank you so much. That's the word I was looking for. See, you can buy some kind of it's like a, it has a piston, and it's like empty cartridge that you put in your pen, but with the piston action you can put any kind of ink, any kind of ink you have, and you can put it in any pen as long as you have the proper converter for that pen. What I do, because converters are kind of expensive, is when I finish a cartridge, I clean it up and then I use a syringe and I refill the cartridge with the syringe and the ink, and I prop that in the pen and ta-da! Yeah. I feel offended that they would charge me like $12 for a converter for certain pens, and I'm like, what? What? $12? I can buy a tube of paint with that. So, feh. Yeah, I know ruling pen, but I've seen people use the glass pen for masking fluid, and it worked really well. And it's super easy to clean as well, because you just have to, you know, rub off the... I have a ruling pen, but I haven't used it yet. I will eventually, but I will also maybe grab a glass dip pen if I spot one locally that won't break in transit. Like, I guess I could order one, but the chances of it getting here whole are slim. Yes, it is a platinum fountain pen. It's well, for the fountain pen it's not an issue because I just buy the cartridges for it. Like the carbon ink is perfectly waterproof, so I don't need to use a converter for this one. But when I use my Lamy pens, I kept the old, not Lamy, sorry, the Kano pens. Kano, I kept empty pilot cartridges and I just put in the ink I want. Like, it's either the carbon, it's by Platinum. I get the Platinum Pigment, Platinum? Is that the brand? Yeah, Platinum Pigment Sepia ink, and I love the blue one as well. And they're both waterproof. Sorry. That was really far in my memory. That's done. Okay. Okay, this will quite possibly make the camera shake, so I apologize in advance. If it's too bad, I will erase on another surface. Barely. Oh, cool. When I use my phone camera for filming, it's always like super shaky, like rah, earthquake. Okay. Gonna put Barbie away. Okay, so the boldest palette I have would probably be this one. There it is. Okay. I will use... Guess which brush I'm gonna use, guys. Oh, hi, Cat! Yay! Cat is in the stream. Hi, Cat. No, I am using an Ultimo brush, guys. Come on. Oh, bye, E.T. What palette is this? This is a palette I put together. It's I haven't had the time to make the video on it yet, but it's basically a transparent palette that I made after speaking of the transparent palette with Otto like many months ago. And I still haven't had time to properly film something with it. But I kind of like that I get to use it up a bit. like use this color mix, this color selection a bit before I speak about it in a video. So if there's something that is just like unpleasant with the colors, I should be able to figure it out before. What? Okay, so meep meep moop. Okay, that's the color I want. Oh, the palette itself. Oh, sorry. Hold on. I saw the box yesterday. Hello, that's my face. Alright. Oh, sorry. It's the portable case for watercolor by Lihit Lab. I did a video about it, like a live stream some time ago. It's kind of a case where you have a palette in it and like trays for water and trays for brushes, and it's compact. Ah, there it is. It's the palette from this box. With hair in it, all that. Okay. You can try hiding links. I don't remember if I disabled it. Crud. Hold on. Ah, damn it, that's not what I wanted. Oh, okay. Hold on. Okay. I think you should be maybe able to post the link now. cat. So this I will let dry. Oh, hi April. I figured it's some kind of sun kitty, like I made the sun around its middle or something. Like I just made it up on the fly, so yeah, it's kind of a Buddha-inspired cat statue in the woods. Nope, that's my tea. Hey, it's a Kabu. Hi. Oh, Scout just says hi. Oh, the colors I'm using. On this it was Indanthrone Blue for the blue and Quinn Violet for the purple. And I use Quinn Coral on the face so far. I will try something here. So I'm pre-wetting the sky really roughly. I want to attempt to do like a colors either of a sunset or a sunrise. So that was Queen Rose. Now I'm gonna use a bit of Carbazole Violet. And then I think I will use Indian Yellow from this palette. I have it. As well. Like some colors I can tell what they are by the way they look on the palette. But I agree that for some others it's a bit more difficult to tell. This is definitely cellulose paper because the paint doesn't go in the paper at all. It stays right there on top. It's a bit annoying. Is it okay if we try to do paintings, drawings using yours as a reference photo? I think it depends. Like, if you want to draw this exact scene, I am not super duper psyched at the idea, but if you want to try and do another drawing where you try to make a similar sky, I don't mind. But yeah. Like, since this is not drawn from reference, this is drawn from my imagination, don't really feel comfortable with people drawing copies of it. Unless you want to do it just for practice and you never show anyone and you don't tell me. I mean, I can't do anything if you don't tell me, but yeah. Like, if someone was to draw like a copy of this, I would much prefer if they kept it to themselves and not post it anywhere. If I draw something from a reference photo and you want to use the same reference photo to draw and use my drawing as some kind of tool to help you, that's okay, because usually I don't own, and even if I own the reference photo, I don't mind because that's from nature. That's a thing that was there and I took a picture, but this I kind of came up with it in my head, so it feels weird. I hope that makes sense. Okay, so I'm not quite sure here what I want to do, so I will just test a few mixes quickly. Yeah, the lap sponges are great, and I love that you can, sorry, squeak squeak, but I love that you can toss them in the wash and reuse them like forever. They're my favorite, they really work well. So I'm super thankful for people who sent me lap sponges. And for my aunt, I guess, because the first one I had were from stuff she left at our place before she moved away, so I was like, what is this? Like, stuff your aunt left here. Can I grab these? Yeah, sure. Okay, fine. They're gonna be perfect for painting. The paints are a set of transparent Daniel Smith colors that I put together. See, it's the thing with art, you know, like a lot of artists learn by doing master copies, but the thing is you don't showcase your master copies. It's something you do if you want to learn a specific aspect of a painting or whatnot. But with the internet and the sort of instant gratification thing that goes on over there, you often see like people just like, copying stuff and saying, "Hey, look at the thing I did." It's a bit of a bummer when you're the actual... I'm not speaking necessarily for myself, like I've seen this happen to other artists, but it's kind of a bummer to see the thing you worked hard for be like claimed by someone else who attracts a lot more attention to it than you did, and you're like, well, that's my thing, that I worked for this, and someone else is reaping all the rewards. That's not super fun. Like you always have these stories of like Old Navy or some other brand, and they rip off an indie artist's work for a line of t-shirts or whatnot, and you're like, ugh, Old Navy, you have the money to hire a graphic designer. You don't have any excuses. And if it's your graphic designer who would do such a poor job, well, you need to find better ones, because that's not great. And I am just using whatever's on my palette, because I don't really have a plan for this. Like I don't have a lot of reference or practice for this kind of color setup and scene, so I'm just trying to make it up as I go along in a way that doesn't look like butt. Looking like butt is a really important factor of art. Never underestimate the fact that something might look like butt. But. It's a weird paper. Like the stuff really stays on top of the paper. No, it's decent paper, but it's cellulose, so it's nothing seeks in the paper, so it's kind of difficult to make nice washes on this paper, because if you try to sort of work the wash a little bit to make it more even, it picks up all the paint because nothing has sunk into the paper. So it's more work. Like, this is why I always say, like, if you, regardless of your level in art, wherever you perceive you're at, you should always try and go for the best paper you can, because it will work better for you. Like, it's going to be more expensive, but it's going to be much easier to work with. So if anything, like, beginners really benefit from using the best paper they can find and they can afford. Hopefully cotton paper. Because working with paper that doesn't like take any of the paint in is really a lot of work. So I feel like it's not the best way to learn a new medium, by struggling so much with the tool right from the beginning. That's just my opinion, of course, but like, cellulose paper is great for swatches and testing colors and just, you know, perhaps it's just sketching or testing color composition before painting a piece. But for anything that you want to spend some time and make as pretty as possible, this is really difficult to work. Will the symbols on the big cat statue be golden? I don't know yet. So far they will be the same color as the statue. But I will think about it. Yeah, this one is dry enough. See, that's a thing that I noticed. I think it happens mostly on cellulose paper. It's not fully dry yet because it's still, like, you can tell it's not fully dry yet. But since it's cellulose paper and nothing sinks in the paper at all, you have these kind of backgrounds. Wherever you make a super juicy wash, like, the way the water evaporates and the way the thing dries, it's creating this weird thing that sort of, the water comes back in and makes it lighter at the edges. I haven't had this issue on cotton paper at all, only on cellulose paper. So I don't know if that's only me, but yeah. Yes, Kat. Kat is saying that she's been using a lot of cotton paper lately and feel totally spoiled. She was using 90-pound cellulose paper last night and it was very different. Paper is the #1 thing to throw your money into, I agree. Then brushes, then paint. Yeah. Good paper, a few good brushes. You don't need to have a ton. You need like maybe 2 or 3 brushes. And paint is the same thing. You need good paint, but you don't need like 27 million colors. You need 3. 6 if you really want to be fancy at the beginning. But good paper, you're gonna appreciate painting so much more if you have good paper. I'm catching up on the chat, sorry about that. Okay, I'm all caught up. think I'm gonna try to paint the skin color starting from Quinn Burnt Scarlet. It's super nice. Yeah, I love that color. Oh, Stephen mentions the paper test video that Marty did, where he took some Stonehenge aqua paper and gave it hell. Rolled over it, ate food on it, microwaved it. What else did he do? Oh, it was like never ending. It was so funny. And in the end, when the paper was really gross and dirty, he put it in the wash. Like the washing machine, and then he let it dry, and then he painted on it at the very end after all this damage done to the paper, and the paper still behaved well. That was really interesting. Oh, bye, Mary. Good night. You really tortured that paper. Marty is such a fun guy. Okay, so I am not quite sure what I want to do for hair color. So I've used Indent Throne, purple, Queen Violet, sorry. Quinn Burnt Scarlet. So I'm trying to find a purpley dark color for the hair. I want to keep to a palette that is sort of cohesive. What? I missed the hair recommendation. Oh, gold, straight up gold for the hair. Yeah, it's gonna be purple. Sorry, guys. Hi, Malvina. Oh. I think your autocarrot is giving you more grief, Cat. I love auto carrot. That's the best. The best auto carrot has offered us so far. Auto carrot. It's really funny. Oh, I'm sorry about that, Malvina. It's just that, yeah, Saturday I had to cut it super short, so yeah, it was a shorter one than usual. I think I could make the eyes gold. That would be cool, right? Golden eye, says I with really bad voice. I am not someone who can sing. Obviously. That's a given. That's like a no-brainer. Are you allergic to carrots for real, Otto? What? What? I put my hand in the blue paint. Came up in test as allergic and I get quite... What? Oh no! No! Carrot! Oh no! No! Aw, that's such a bummer. Carrot sticks are like the laziest snack you can find. That's also healthy. Because you can find snacks that are not great. But healthy snacks, it's quite super easy to just grab the bag of the carrot sticks and just eat them. Oh, that's also true. Like carrots are basically super easy to find, so ugh. Oh, I love that some animals can sort of tell us apart. How do you survive with Bubba being deathly allergic to cats? Cat. I totally understand the shoving a face in cat bellies. Oh, bye, Jit. Oh no! Take a lot of allergy medicine. Like a lot. Oh no! So I'm trying to paint this as if the sun is hitting the statue and making it super bright, like yellow, almost gold. This is what I'm trying to do. Oh, that's interesting. So Destiny's saying that the allergist they went to suggested trying heritage veg over GMO as an alternative since Destiny redlined every test and it works. Huh. Yeah, that's interesting. Oh wow. Yeah, cat is like the inclusive goddess of the community. It's whoa, it's like pretty awesome. Oh, thank you guys. I'm glad you like cat Buddha. Is it the same like for the heritage tomatoes that look super lumpy and weird and like mottled? Like the skin is many colors? Oh yeah, heirloom. Heirloom, that's the word. Heirloom tomatoes. They look so silly. That's so cool. So Kat is saying that heirloom veggies, you can regrow them from their seeds and it will always be the same plant as what you purchased. That's so cool. You should have a cooking segment, Kat. Perhaps every once in a while when you can make it happen. It would be really interesting to have like your creative take on food for specific occasions or allergies or whatnot. I think it would be interesting. The bumpy tomatoes, yes. I cannot eat tomatoes unless they are cooked and blended, but yeah, I love the look of heirloom tomatoes. They look so silly. There's all kind of colors and oh yay, I'm so excited for that, Kat. Yay. Kat is saying that she's been working on cooking videos. Ooh, wicked healthy nachos. You're gonna have to send me that recipe. Oh, nachos. I love sour apples. Sometimes I buy, you know, the small ones that are super tart and sour, or the green ones that are also super sour. And you basically you bite into them and then you look at it and it's already browning. I love these. Yeah, I can't eat tomato, but I can stand bitter stuff quite well. Yeah, crab apples! Yes, yes, yes! Those are the ones. They are so sour. Oh. Are Brandywines tomatoes still, or are we speaking apples? Oh, so Dan, you're also a fan of the crab apples? Or are you just... Oh, massive nachos party, that would be so cool. and have Hess avocados. Yes, yes, yes. Yeah, I agree. Like the crab apples are great. It's really fun to eat a bunch because after that you're all soured out. Like you feel dehydrated from the inside. It's really funny. I cannot do it often because I have to go to the market for that, and it's a great big trek to go to the market, so yeah. No, that's not the color I used. Brandy wine is tomatoes. Okay, cool. Oh, Lana, do you know that like some places in France you cannot touch the food you buy? Like you go to the market and you say, I want 3 apples, and the attendant will pick the apples and give them to you. Like when last time I went to France, I wanted some fruits for breakfast. So I went into a small market and I'm like, hey, awesome. So I start picking my own stuff because they could, you know, like you do here, like you do in America. And I'm like, da 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 da, start grabbing my stuff. And then the attendant comes and says in a really snobby voice, like, you're not from here. And I'm like, nope, I am from Canada. And they're like, huh, well, here we don't pick the and I was like, well, yeah, sure, now can I pay for these and just leave, please? I don't want anyone to pick fruits for me. I mean, I know what I like in a fruit. I want to fondle the fruit myself. I don't want some darn soft, mushy apples. Alright? Those are gross. And yes, russet apples are amazing. Oh, bye, Ian. Fondling fruit. But yeah, like they wanted to pick the apples and the, what was it, like mandarins for me, and I was like, no, please don't. Like, yeah, I know what I want and you don't, so stop being weird. It was the only place though. When I was in Switzerland, I could just grab whatever I wanted. But in France, when I went to Saint-Malo, they were like, meh. Oh, a good tip about avocados. Unless you're in a hurry, you buy them green and rock hard. Like we call them war avocados because you can throw them at people and it will hurt. But the thing is that if you buy them this hard, they will survive the trip home. And they will eventually ripen and be amazing and like perfect. While if you pick some that are a bit starting to ripen at the start, they will be all like messed up inside, because the moment you bump an avocado, it becomes brown. So yeah, so I buy my avocados green and super solid, and they've been good like 90% of the times, if not more than that. So that's my tip for avocados. Buy them really hard. Yeah. Oh, you had the same experience, Otto. That's so weird. Like, you cannot touch the food. I'm like, why? Is there anything weirder than someone else choosing your food? I'm like, no. Like, it can go two ways. It's either I get stuff I am unhappy with and I never buy there again, or I have to explain for like a million hours what I want, and the person just gets tired of me and wants to throw me out. No, I want the apple that are firm, or I want the watermelon that's like, when you knock on it, it's sort of bouncy but not too much, and it doesn't sound hollow, but it sounds like hard inside and not weird, and you have to smell this one, and you put your nose there and it should smell like something, you know. Ugh. Takes a lifetime to be able to choose fruits properly, so yeah, I want to do it myself. No, I wasn't in Saint-Malo, so it's like in well, my translation brain is not working, but yeah, it wasn't in Paris, so. But they were kind of snobby, so perhaps they were Parisians out of context. Are you for real? There are parks in Paris with grass, but you're not allowed to grow onto the grass. What? They literally hire people to stand in parks to yell at people for stepping on grass. Well, at the bakery, you cannot like fondle the breads, so I look at them, and I'm like, and everything smells so great in the bakery, so it's always kind of tempting to just get all the breads. But yeah. So basically, I've painted this whole piece with a few colors. I used Indian yellow, quin coral, quin rose, quin burnt orange, I think, quin violet, I think, carbazole violet, and I just keep mixing whatever's on my palette until it looks sort of like the color I want. Sort of like the color I think I want, because I don't really know what I'm doing. Oh no, I haven't heard of it. Steven says, have you seen the YouTube channel Avant-Garde Vegan? It's a bit slick and foodie, but quite enjoyable to watch. Jamie Oliver without the animal foods. I will have to check it out. Oh, I'm glad you like the paintings, guy. The painting, guys. It's just like it's kind of a perhaps an exploration sketch, I would call this, because it's definitely not, you know, like a super elaborate and detailed piece, but it's fun to explore an idea and just quickly put some color on it and see what happens. So that's basically what I did here. The mix of carbazole violet and quinacridone burnt orange is it the burnt orange or is it the burnt scarlet? I think it's the burnt scarlet, is really interesting. So carbazole violet and quinacridone burnt scarlet. Really nice color. Ah. Alright, just gonna put this one aside. Bring back this one. Oh, hi, Cyan. Oh, wow. So interesting to read about everyone's grandparents or parents being like sticking to specific diets. Oh, bye, April. Have a great day. Oh, whoa, Cyan, that's not cool. Eep. Cyan is saying that her burner, that is not very old, mind you, you had it recently, but it's making a weird sound now, and she fears it will break soon, which is completely legit. I would be terrified of it too. I had a popcorn machine once that at some point started making like an awful noise and broke like 20 seconds after. It went kakang 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 pow! Nothing. It literally exploded like inside. It really did that pow sound, and yeah, it was a super cheap machine, like inexpensive. So I went, yep, that's possibly why. Oh no, burner. She means a burner for wood. A wood burner. It's kind of a device that sends heat into kind of a metal pan, and then you can carve on wood. Yeah, a pyrography machine. I was trying to be... I don't know why my brain didn't go to that right away. It's kind of obvious. There I am trying to explain something. Plenty of words that don't really make sense. Oh well. I'll be right back. Okay, so I just went to get my fine tech palette. So the key with these is to pre-wet the color. I think I'm gonna use the Inca Gold. Yep. Oh, hi Heather! That's it. Just trying to strengthen the colors a bit because they faded a lot. Oh, bye, Dan. Good night. Just trying to cover up the unsightliness. It's probably gonna cauliflower like crazy, but bleh. Gonna give texture, right? Oops, that's an eraser bit. What if I do this then? What if I cover the whole thing in water? Okay, so definitely not awesome, as you can tell from the weird things happening on paper. When weird things happen, you gotta make them worse. Let's make this worse. I hate when the paint doesn't soak into the paper. It stays so light. You cannot have any dark colors. Everything is just sitting there on top and it looks kind of silly. Alright, so let's move on to the gold paint. I'm gonna grab some of the same gold, but a bit more diluted, and I will just add a bit here, I think. It's gonna be very subtle glitter, but I think it's gonna be fun. Alright, I do believe I am done with both sketches. I will not be able to close this one because there's a big puddle of... Okay, so stay there. So we had this one sketch prompted by Otto saying cat and mountain or something like that. So yeah, so it's kind of a cat adventurer going to a big cat statue on the mountain, and the other sketch was this one, which is kind of doesn't really have any concept aside from being an elf lady on a blue-purple background. But see, that's the kind of piece I like to do, just to see. Say someone was asking me like, "Hey, can you draw my character from D&D or from a game or from my story or whatever. And I'm like, okay, well, sure, but I like doing these kind of practice pieces because then I can sort of figure out what work or what doesn't work, like for backgrounds or for treatment, or, you know, just so this is really truly a practice piece. And there's a bit of gold on the eyes. And did you lift the shadow on the cat, or did it lighten from drying? Oh, it lightened. I don't lift. I don't really lift anything ever. I used fairly diluted colors, and the more diluted the color, the lighter it will be when it dries. So yeah, that's those are today's 2 sketches. Cool, on camera. Woohoo! So thank you very much everyone for this impromptu, for being there for this impromptu live stream. It's been really awesome to have you guys with me while I was sketching and painting. I hope you had a great time as well. I hope you got inspired perhaps to paint. That would be pretty awesome. And I wish you a great evening, afternoon, day, wherever you're at right now. So take care, thank you very much, and bye bye.